I want to offer something to you today. You see, I've had the good fortune to interact with a lot of coaches, and you might be falling in one of these two types of coaches that I often meet. Is when coaches are doing the biggest thing that they do, which is delivering their product, which is coaching someone, they tend to either follow what I call the art of coaching, or they tend to follow the science of coaching. And they tend to not try and see what's the merge of it. Now, what do I really mean by art of coaching and science of coaching? The art of coaching is when you are coaching someone with very much your own creative, intuitive powers. So you are kind of going from a place of creativity and going, what is it that I should do, right? And that's kind of a lot of new coaches especially fall in the category of art of coaching, because what they do is they go, all right, I've done this, I have helped friends, I've helped family, I've helped all these people, so let me go ahead and do the same methodology, and they start to do that with their clients. Nothing wrong about that. That's a good start. But what happens with art of coaching is it is not certain that every single time your clients will get results. Right? And that's the biggest metric that really matters in coaching, is if your clients are getting results, if they are getting breakthroughs, you will make progress as a coach. But if they're not getting results, if they're not making breakthroughs, if it is not transforming their lives, you will tend to not be able to grow yourself that much, right? So that's the art of coaching. That's a lot of new coaches tend to fall in the category of art of coaching. And if not, they tend to fall in the category of science of coaching. Science of coaching is basically where they go and do a certification, and the certification, there's a scientific way that is taught to them on how to really coach someone, right? And then they follow it to the T, they take the workbook out, and every single time they're coaching, they use the workbook. They go, all right, this is the question I'll ask, this is the, based on the answer, this is this next question, and next question, and next question, and next question. And again, great methodology, very consistent results, but at the same point of time, it's almost a pattern. It's almost a pattern every single time that you run it with someone, and you're only able to see that much of a human being. Now, think about it like this. As human beings, you and I are all very complex souls. It's not very easy to really diagnose everything that we have, right? It's not very easy to kind of understand, oh, okay, this will always be the result, because you only know that much of the story of the human being. You don't know, you can't in a coaching session probably know their lifetime story. You'll know only a smidge of the whole story, right? And you will base your pattern, your interaction, and if you use science of coaching, your response based on only the smidge of the story. I want to offer a reframe to you if you would take it. What if we took the art of coaching and the science of coaching and merged it together? Okay, here's what I mean. Learn the science. It's very important, because if you're not studying how to really coach someone, you'll end up doing only the art of coaching, which is basically being intuitive about it, right? Whereas if you learn the science of coaching, you'll have a system, a systematic process to do something, and your approach will change because of that systematic process, right? But if you bring in yourself while you are following the systematic process and overlay it, now even if you don't know everything about the person, you see, our spirit bodies, if I may, and I know I'm sounding a little out there a little bit, but we all know that our bodies say certain things that we would not be otherwise saying, right? If we are lying, our body will be different. If we are uncomfortable with something, our body will be different, right? So we know the science of coaching, if you're only listening to what they're saying and not seeing what they're saying, not feeling what they're saying, what happens is you only respond to what they're saying. But their dialogue itself sometimes is only driven by what's happening in the mind, right? What they think is the right answer to give, right? So science of coaching takes you only that far. But if you add the layer of art of coaching and then you go, what are they doing? How are they feeling? How am I feeling while working with them? Right? And if we tap into that intuition, if we tap into that natural experience that you've had with life, which got you to go into the direction of becoming a coach, if you take and tap into what your being is, I know it's a little out there, but hear me out. You know there are certain experiences that make you more qualified as a coach. There is things that have happened in your life which has led you to be becoming a coach and wanting to do what you do. If you tap into that while using a system, a methodology, it makes you a really powerful coach, because now you're not just listening to what they're saying, you're also listening to what they're not saying. The subtle, the unconscious turns and movement of the eyes and an unconscious feeling that you get when you're interacting with someone, it'll help you so much more if you merge the science that you have learned with the art that you already have and create your own coaching methodology and get the results that your clients want to get.